In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a high converting welcome flow step by step inside of Klaviyo. Plus, I'll break down what to put in each of those emails with real examples that convert.
Okay, so we're here inside of a blank Klaviyo account that I'm going to use for demonstration purposes. So when you're here on your dashboard, just come to flows on the left here and then create flow. Here, you just want to search welcome, and it's going to be this one on the right. You want the welcome series standard. So once you get here, the trigger is going to be whatever your main list is. So wherever people are submitting your pop-up form, what list do they join? Yeah, for most people, that's just going to be newsletter. So we're going to go ahead and create that. Give it a second. Okay, now it's given us a good base to start with, but it can definitely be improved. So let's just start at the top here at the trigger, because there's a profile filter here that we want to add. And I'm not going to be able to add this because it's a blank account. But what you want to add is a condition, which is what someone has done or not done. And here, although it's not going to come up for me, you want it to be placed order, and it's going to be zero. It's going to be 0 times since starting this flow. So that means when that changes and they have placed an order, which, because that doesn't equal 0 times since starting the flow, they'll be removed from the flow. So you don't want people to continue getting the welcome series once they've made their first purchase. You want them to then move into your post-purchase flow. The whole point of the welcome series is to get that initial first sale. So once you've added that in, they're going to get their first email here. And one thing to note, we'll obviously go through after this what you're going to put in each of these emails, but definitely one thing to note here is to remove this smart sending. With flows, you want to turn that off. You do not want people to be skipped and not getting any emails. So for every email in your flows, just turn that off. And what you want to do here is for the time delay, for each of these, it's going to be 1 to 2 days. So for demonstration purposes, we're going to do 1 day. Now this option here, to delay until a specific time of day, you want to uncheck this. Reason being, if you have it at a time set and it is at, say, midday, or I know it's midnight there, but let's say midday, if someone is on their phone and they join your email list at 8 p.m, you don't want that email to send at a certain time the following day. You want it to be at the same time, because that means they're most likely to be on their phone or their desktop, whatever it is at that point. So just remove that and have that set as 1 day. So here is fine. You've got your welcome series 2, but again, we're going to take off the smart sending and we're going to save that. Here again, it's going to be 1 to 2 days. So we're just going to change that to 1 day, save that. And we're going to want to keep doing this until we get to 6 emails. So time delay 1, and we're going to click and drag an email here. So that's email 4, and we'll obviously be profiling it later, but let's add another time delay, another email, and then the last one, email 6. So here, these would be 1 day, these would be 1 day. Now these are obviously blank for the moment. We'll switch over and we will take a look at what each of these emails should be. Okay, so now that we've got that framework built inside Klaviyo, let's actually go ahead and go through in what each of those emails should actually contain. So I've listed out here what those first 6 emails should be, along with a bonus email here at the bottom, which we'll come on to later. But let's go through one by one. Let's start with the welcome and coupon. There we go. Okay, so email 1, what you're going to want to do is give a really clear introduction to your brand, big headline, and then give them that coupon code straight away. People have come for the coupon code. That is the main reason they're there. They just want the discount. So just give it to them straight away, high up in the email. Then you want to give an introduction to your brand, everything you're about, what your brand stands for, things like that. And then just highlight 3 to 4 benefits of your products. So let's show what a really good example of that looks like. So this is Magic Mind, and you can see here they follow all the principles that I have just mentioned. They have a strong headline, some short copy, and then they give that discount code straight away high up in the email. This having the discount code high up in the email means that people don't have to scroll on their phone. This is what we call above the fold, and it just means that because they don't have to scroll and the discount's right there and the call to action's right there high up, your conversion rate is going to increase. So make sure that you do that. And then you can see here they talk about some of their product benefits along with some testimonials to back up sort of what they're saying. So this is a really good email, followed by another call to action at the bottom. Okay, so email 2 is going to be your best sellers. So the headline, you're going to spotlight a hero benefit or result that whatever your customers are going to care about most. Do a brand reintroduction, reinforce unique angles or positioning in just one or two short lines. Do not go on and on and on, loads of copy. People do not want to read really long emails. You need to keep them short and sweet. And then just feature some of your best-selling products. So again, let's show what a really good email looks like for that. So this is the Organic Protein Co. So you can see here, they've got their headline. They're talking here what their brand's all about and what their products are. They have this really good graph here, this protein guarantee. I really like this because having this chart makes it much easier on the eyes to understand. Like if they just listed this out, this would not sort of be as good for the customer. So, and then you can see they've got their best sellers. They're going through their whey protein, all listed out here. So this is a great email. Another call to action at the bottom. Okay, so moving on to email 3, which is going to be a plain text email from the founders. So these are really important emails. These days, people don't really buy from brands anymore. They buy from people. So it's a really good idea to talk about your experience in the business. It could be how you started, what makes you different, anything like that. Just be relatable, be human, and plain text adds that personal sort of touch. So let's have a look at an example. So here's a really good one here. The important things here is that they haven't gone on and on and on. They've given a brief background around why they started with a reminder here to shop. Another thing, to keep these emails spaced out. If this was all just condensed into one paragraph, it's like, oh, I don't want to read that, but just a little copywriting tip, space it all out into bite-sized pieces. So yeah, really easy one there. So email number 4 is going to be testimonials. So this is just a great way to show some sort of social proof and show your testimonials. Like, yeah, as I've put here, it reinforces product credibility. So make sure when you do this, you're not just grabbing any testimonials that you have. Grab ones that, again, reinforce product credibility. Yeah. So let's have a look at a good example of that. So here's the brand Surreal, which you may have heard of. They are huge in the D2C space. So talking straight away here, they've got the call to action really high up. The reviews are bananas, talking about their new banana cereal. And then down here, they've got some testimonials. So they've got some reviews that they've received and they're highlighting them. And then they're essentially here showing people to, taste it, try them for themselves. So great email there. Number 5, so this is where we're going to start getting into the urgency. So this is where, people have received 4 emails from you now over the course of, it could be anywhere from 4 to 8 days, depending on how you set up the triggers, and they've still not purchased. So we want to add a bit of urgency and just remind people that of the coupon that they have. So we do a plain text one here. Just letting them know that this is one of their last chances to use their discount code. They've got 48 hours. So yeah, try and sort of push for that code. And then the next one would be the last chance. So this is where you would do either 24 hours left or 12 hours, and it's just another way of adding that urgency. Making it seem like it is the last chance for a customer to purchase. So here's one here from Home Things, really good brand. Last chance to get 25% off. Claim your discount. Very short and sweet email, straight to the point, which is what you want. And then coming on here to email 7. So obviously we only set up 6 in Klaviyo, so you don't have to do this. Not all brands do, but if you've got a lot of people that have gone through all of those emails in your welcome flow and they've still not purchased after everything we've just shown them. It might be just the fact that the discount code they've got maybe just isn't good enough. So you could test this yourself. You could send them one more email, let them know that you have boosted their discount code. You know, if you're doing 10%, maybe you do 20%. This is obviously going to go to a small group of people because most people will convert on these previous 6 emails. But this is what that would look like. So you would boost their discount code, create another code, and then say, yeah, you've got 72 hours left, maybe 24, something like that. But that's just one to try. Okay, so that is going to be everything for today's video. I really hope you found some value from that. Of course, if you want a welcome flow like this to be implemented and you want myself and my team to just design them for you and do everything for you, you can go ahead and book a call with me. My Calendly link will be in the description, as well as the link to this document if you want to go it through yourself. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.